Can we do a joint interview?
Nope. I got to talk about you? All right.
A lot of bland characters, it seems like, in your position group, huh?
Yeah. So there's a lot of guys getting reps. So it's good, you know. And got hard work ethic, and you know, we have fun. We definitely have fun, for sure.
How much has your room changed a little bit since the spring? I know you guys sent out offers and you added 2 guys since the spring.
Yeah.
How much have they helped? Whether it's the depth, whether it's experience?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Definitely with experience, you know, with those guys, with those 2 guys coming in, Mike and Nazir, but both of them has played. You know, Nazir on a little bit lower level, but a championship level and everything. And then, you know, Mike, you know, on a Power 5 level. So, you know, how to prepare, how to go about practice and all that stuff, those guys bring a lot.
You know, we talked to Luke about Mike's situation. He said he was optimistic he would get the waiver and play, but are you practicing as if he's going to play, or is it changed how you get him in terms of the reps?
Yeah, actually everybody in my room gets reps. So, I mean, it's not like either way.
You're just assuming he's going to be eligible.
Yeah, I've got everybody. I got six corners that are all getting reps. So. Either way, we'll be ready, or if not, we'll be ready.
What's the challenge in evaluating the guy when you're looking at film and deciding whether he can make that jump? And he's not going against the same competition he will, so there's a little bit of projection. I suppose a little bit like high school recruiting to some degree, right?
Yeah, and that was a little bit different just because we had his head coach here now. You know, you know, well, of course, with Coach Mitchell being here, who actually had him, who actually coached him. It was funny how it happened, because when he first you know, got here, Coach Mitchell didn't want to play like, hey, I got a guy, just because, again, he didn't want to take it from, you know, Grand Valley and everything, because he's been there for so long. But when we got in our situation where we needed guys and he was available, you know, he was definitely just like, he thought that the kid could play here. And then I'm good friends with the head coach at Ferris State, you know, Coach Haynes, and you know, talk to him about, you know, Nazir, because of course that's the rivalry and very good team. And he gave me 2 thumbs up also too. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know, but I'm telling you, he is a competitive kid. He's smart. He corrects his mistakes. So it doesn't really matter what level you're on. If you got those, you got that work ethic, you can definitely play on this level.
Back to Mike real quick. With him being in that kind of limbo, I imagine it'd be tough to play through and not knowing. Like, how's he handling that mentally, in your opinion?
He's handling it great, because I think he's looking at it that he's blessed that he had another opportunity. You know, that he has an opportunity again to play at a premier school. So he talks to me all the time just on how blessed he is.
How have you seen Alexander Smith elevate himself here this fall?
You know, we all know that Alex is a smart player. He's got experience. One of the things I think different from this year to last year is just the amount of, you know, press man we played and off man. And that's the one thing that he has worked on like crazy and done a good job with it.
Starting out practices with one-on-ones for your guys, what kind of tone does it set?
Sets a tone that's important, you know. You know, that's your 29 years of coaching. It's going to come down to team's ability to throw the ball, you know. And if they can run the football, you ain't got a chance anyway. But it usually comes down to team's ability to throw the football on winning championships or not. So those things are super important to us. So we concentrate on it a lot. And it's not just man stuff, it's zone stuff too. But again, in all my years, big plays, again, I forget who said it the other day, it takes a lot of 45-yard runs to equal 40 yards. It takes one pass play to sit there and do that. So if we can sit there and do a good job of you know, leveraging the ball horizontally and vertically, then we got a chance.
As a cornerbacks coach, what do you tell your guys about how to match up with a guy like Bryson, particularly down in the red zone? And how much of a headache do you think he could be, you know, for opposing cornerbacks coaches this year?
Yeah, I think so. It's tough. It's hard because you got to play low. You got to be physical, and you know, with him, and you got to be able to find the ball. So it's definitely could be a mismatch, for us. But I know this. I look at our whole tight end room and receiver core. They are making us better every day. As a group, very impressed, with them. Coach Brown does a great job with them, and iron sharpens iron. Those guys do a great job. It's like if we don't come out and we're not on our P's and Q's, we're gonna get embarrassed, out here. So I love the competition every day. No, you're good.
You might Trussell way back there.
Yeah.
What stands out about him as a coach, as a coordinator?
What's funny is some of the times I'm sitting there, and if I'm not looking up, I think it's Jim Trussell. Just because there's so much demeanor, same demeanor there. And the cool thing about Mike is just like, his uncle Jim, they're super competitors. They're the nicest people, but man, when they get out here, they are unbelievable. They're like sharks, and super smart, but stays level head and never gets out of control. So he stays in control of the game.
Talk a little bit about Ricardo Hallman after the spring he had and what you've seen from him out here this fall.
A lot of improvement, and I challenge him every day to make sure that he's continued to get better. He knows what his weaknesses is. He's not going to grow anymore. You know what I mean? He is what he is. So he's got to make sure that he gets himself in position to make a play and don't let people play bully ball with him. But he has made a lot of strides.
I've seen Jason Maitre really pull down that nickel spot for you guys. How do you feel about the guys you have behind him? Seems like maybe that's one of the few spots that hasn't seemed settled so far.
Yeah, and we're moving a bunch of guys around. We got Arnett, we got Bryce Carey. We'll have Max Lofi, once he gets back out, so which will be soon. So we got guys there. Maitre's doing a very good job with it, but we do have to get some depth there for sure.
Now that you have Amari Snowden in your room, what stands out about his skill set other than that he's really tall?
He's long, he is a long dude. He's still learning how to use that body, but you see him getting better, and that's the thing. He's starting to use his length and things like that, but man, it's like, I'm gonna age myself, but that old Stretch Armstrong thing you used to sit there and pull out, that's what he looks like some of the times when you sit there. It takes a long time for that to get up to the brain, down to the feet sometimes for him to move, but he is getting better every single day, and you love his work ethic. He takes a lot of pride in what he does.
Two other true freshmen that actually enrolled early, Jonas and Jace. Just how have you seen them have they taken steps from spring to what you're seeing now?
They definitely are, and by the end of spring, those guys are working with our second group, and they're still rolling in with the second group. But I have to stop sometimes and remind myself that they are still true freshmen because they came early, but I kind of forget that some of the times. But they are making a lot of strides. It's going to be fun to watch their progress. They're going to be very good for us down the road.